Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. We got a call-in show today, fellas, ladies and gents. Everyone that's tuned in right now, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Let's play this intro real quick and let's get into it. All right, yo, put a one in the chat if y'all can hear the audio on that intro. I'm working off of I'm not in my other system because I don't got my producers and stuff here. I'm just right in Restream. So put a one in the chat if you heard that intro. Put a two in the chat if you ain't hear nothing. We gonna get into it. Let's one in the chat if you heard that intro. Two in the chat. Oh man, you ain't hear the intro? God dang. Oh, we got a one in the chat. Okay, some people did hear the intro. All right, say less. Ladies and gentlemen, on the show today. So right now, if you are tuned in, click the link in the bio. If you are on YouTube, you will see the link to join the live stream, and it's a link to the restream link. So you gotta have your camera on. So let me give you the rules before you even come in. Gotta have your camera on. You must have your mic on as well. So when you come in, I'll go ahead and add you to the stream. And if you're a hater, discuss your opinions and bring up your points of contentions of things that I've said or things that you disagree with. We welcome all aspects and all minds and cultures and backgrounds and genders, even though it's only two of them. But yeah, we welcome it all. Come on in and speak your piece. Other than that, in the link in the description, we also have membership. If you're not signed up for the membership, sign up for the membership. Tiers. We got the first tier, Gang, $5. Second tier is Hitman, that's $10. Third tier, Mob Ties, that's $25 to join the team. And you get different perks with each tier. Join Mob Ties, man, you're pretty much family. Hit me up on IG. I add you. You welcome to the cookout. You vibing with us. So that's the second link. First link in the description is to join the live stream. If you are a hater, if you're a supporter, dating and relationship questions, any advice you want, this is on welcome everyone in. So just click that link. Once again, the rule is camera on and microphone on. The second link is the membership link. The third link is the Discord, man. Sign up for the Discord. We got the merch dropping soon. The glasses dropping soon. Hold up. The glasses dropping very soon. These will be in about 3 weeks. So yeah, also if you are a member, you do get a membership discount on a glass and the merch. It's gonna be a good discount too. So sign up for that membership. Other than that, let's get into it. We got some people in here. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and bring some people in. But before I do that, everybody that's tuned in on Facebook, because Facebook, it'd be a lot of haters on Facebook, man. Facebook, biggest platform, got over 660,000 followers on there. So yeah, everybody that's tuned in on Facebook, ladies, I see y'all in the comments. Fellas, I see some of y'all in the comments. Even if you have a different opinion, no, click the link. Go to the YouTube channel and click the link, and you can join the live stream. And we'll talk, man. We'll have a discussion. We'll have a debate. That's what I do. Other than that, let's get to the first caller. Let's see here. All right, caller, state your name and where you from, but first turn on your camera. I can't. Let's see if I could. Okay, caller, are you there? Turn on your camera.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, what's your name?
What's going on? My name's Jabbar.
Jabbar. Okay, Jabbar, you can't really see you, man. You in a car? This
Yeah,
guy hiding from the cops.
What's going on, bro?
What's going on, Jabbar?
Chilling, chilling. Chouvois.
What'd you say?
Chouvois. Chouvois.
Joie.
Yeah.
Where you from, man?
I'm from Harlem.
Are you from Harlem? Okay, okay. Say less. All right, man. Who are you? Are you a hater? Are you a supporter? What's up? Talk to me.
You know I'm supporting, man. It's just good to
Hey,
see somebody really speaking the truth, man.
that's what's up, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Any questions for me while you got me, man?
Yeah, definitely, man. So I get into this debate a lot, with the young ladies in my life. Trying to get them to really believe in what you were saying on your last stream about feminism not being a real thing. I'm trying to I'm trying to word it in a way where they can accept it without like being in defense mode so much. I really want them to I'm trying to get it to where they understand my point of view. Like, nobody's bigger than the other person. We both have roles, and those roles have been kind of like they really been, really messed up with society and this whole outlook, with the ladies moving the goal line, man, and them having opinions and really thinking that, life could be whatever it is they want it to be. Like, we was given roles, man, since the beginning of time. And that's why I've
Yeah,
been, watching you. I really support that and I believe in it. I don't feel like, we better than somebody, but I feel like God gave us these roles for a purpose.
for sure, man. For sure. Hey, man, I appreciate the call and good question. First and foremost, you can't worry about. I'll say this: part of masculinity is not curving or how can I say it? Changing up what you're doing. Females, we know they tend to take things emotionally. So sometimes you just have to say it. I know you're like looking for, you said that, I'm trying to figure out the right wording on how to say it and this and this. Part of masculinity is saying it. Some people are going to get it and some people are not. You know what I mean? You got to think about it if we just, take a step back. Jesus couldn't save anyone. Jesus had detractors. Got to think about it. It's like, God dang, this nigga was walking on water. He was healing people. And niggas still was like, man, we don't believe you. We
Yeah.
following you. We're not listening to you. So with that being said, part of masculinity is just say it, bro. Say it with your chest.
Just say it, yeah,
They either gonna accept it or not accept it, but either way, you told them, right? Masculinity follows truth. Truth don't care about your feelings, right? That's the thing.
man.
That's the cold hard truth.
Yeah.
They don't care about the feelings. So sometimes you just got to tell them and move it right along. If they don't accept it, they don't accept it. Some people, in due time, they will accept it. When I first started the podcast a little over a year ago, some people just, I don't like his tone. I don't like this. But I just kept pushing. I kept saying the same things. I kept giving that work. And people started to accept it and it grew, man. So you got to think about it. It's like even in politics. Here's another example. You got the left, you got the right. You know what I mean? They're not hearing each other at all.
Nah.
Like, but they continue to say the things that they're going to keep on saying. You know what I mean? You got some very masculine men on the left too. That's not even betas, but they're just the way they look at life and everything, and the things that they're prioritizing may not just coincide with what the right is prioritizing. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
yeah, man. Any other questions?
Yeah, another one, man. So hear me out.
What's up?
I've been having trouble, right? You know, went through a breakup or whatever. I've been having trouble, like, letting go of feelings from the past, right? When it comes to a certain young lady, me and her, we don't deal with one another anymore. But I find myself, man, even being intimate with women, like I find myself almost, I don't know if it's a mental block or what, but
My nigga, you sprung. She got you sprung.
bro, I just feel like I'm like, damn, like it's different. Like I'm 30,
Hey,
man.
yo.
I'm 30, bro. Ain't I don't need no blue boy or nothing. You feel me? I don't need no blue pill, no honey pack. I'm a real nigga about this, and I'm like, damn, last few joints, I went to take down, you know, me and him, we not agreeing with one another. So it's like, but as soon as I think about her, you feel me? I'm like, damn, yo, I'm ready. You feel me?
Yes, it's like T-Pain said, man. So I could name 2 songs for you, bro. So this was so here's the diagnosis and the prescription. I'm gonna give you songs. So the first diagnosis is T-Pain sprung. My nigga, she got you sprung.
Got me
That's
sprung.
just a you've been diagnosed, you're sprung.
Got it in
The
respect.
prescription is Maxwell. You gotta let them pretty wings fly away. You remember that song? Pretty wings, those pretty. You got to let them pretty wings fly away, dog. So that's your diagnosis and your prescription, man. At the end of the day, all men to some capacity, you know, talk to a chick and the punani was so nice, the way she treated the man, the vibes was
Yeah,
good.
man.
Have you a little bit, hey. So here's some more advice, right?
Yeah.
One, I don't know the situation and you don't got to explain it, but I want to give you some game so then I'll move on to the next caller, right? But here's some game for you, bro, because I appreciate you calling in. So you need to build up your options. You need more options. A man that don't have a lot of options, he's going to be accepting, tolerating bad behavior from a girl. Maybe the chick is going to be talking bad to him at the mall, hitting him in Walmart. Maybe she going to be withholding sex for compliance, or maybe they break up and, that's going to be on his mind. She's going to be on his mind the whole time because of his lack of options. So as a man, we already know how the whole dating market thing and everything goes. It's a numbers game. You got to keep the more you court girls, you got to spin plates. The more you dating and courting, the less you really have those, the higher probability that you're not going to be so emotionally tied to a female. And I'll explain why you don't really need to be like that too. I'm going to give you 2 aspects. So one, you need to build up your options. And when you have options, it will create an abundance mindset. And when you have that abundance mindset, you'll be intolerant of females' inadequacies. So doesn't matter how the relationship is really going, you're going to dismiss that and you're going to move on to the next. If she broke up with you, you broke up with her. Or if she's treating you bad, she holding sex for compliance, whatever the behavior that she's giving you in a relationship, you're not going to tolerate it. You're going to move on to the next. Is because you have options. And this is the reason why females tend to get over breakups very fast. They take the breakup hard. Like, for example, if you ask a guy about their ex, guys normally give positive feedback. Like, yeah, man, 10 years ago that you ask him about his ex, that was like, 10 years ago. Guys would be like, yo, she was a beautiful girl, man. Yeah, I wish her the best. She was lovely, right? That's the general senses of guys when they talk about the exes. But when you mention, you ask a chick about her ex from 10 years ago, oh, that nigga was broke. He was a bum. He was lazy. He was all of this, that. So females tend to look at the negative aspects of things and males tend to look at the positive aspects of things. The reason why females tend to look at the negative, they view the glass half empty instead of half full, is because females are higher in trait neuroticism. That means that they feel more negative emotions than men. So if you view negative emotions as units, right? Men, we feel negative emotions too, but women feel like 3 times, 4 times more negative emotions due to a situation than a man does. So that's that reason. So the other thing of why it's not good, I would say it's not good. So one of the reasons why it's not good to fall for a woman how a woman would fall for you is because men, we're not loved how we love a woman, right? So we love a woman like the love is pretty pure. Like they don't got to provide anything. They could just be them and kind of like add value. Yeah, you just have to add value to our life in like little ways, like, be feminine, be submissive, like, but that's kind of like not really doing anything. Like that's not really a producer, right? So women Men fall in love idealistically. Like we fall in love with the idea of the woman. That's why she's on your mind because like you're thinking about the idea of her. And women tend to fall in love opportunistically based off what you can provide. Like what opportunities are you giving me? You feel me? So the reason why it's not good to fall in love with a woman because you lose a sense of yourself. Like you saying now, like you with other chicks and you know what I mean? The little Woody not really working down there. Are you really not feeling it like that?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, my nigga?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That's because you're viewing I'll say this, you've adopted the female's feelings towards the way she would feel towards a man. You've adopted those same type of feelings. So you need to hold your balls, get out there, court more girls, get some options. And when you get that abundance mindset and you get a chick better or a chick that's treating you much better, you're going to forget about it, bro.
That's a fact.
It's going to be like nothing. Actually, she's still going to be on your mind, but in due time, like you'll forget about her. And not only that, the greatest thing that you could do, bro, is just work on yourself, self-improvement. So this is a masculine guidance right here. Work on yourself. Whatever you're doing, if you need a weight goal or a physical goal, a finance goal, you need to reach some goals, right? Because you got to think about it. In order for you to have more options, you got to be more confident, right? And in a way for you to be more confident, you got to be more competent. So competence leads to accomplishments, which then leads to genuine confidence. It's like females can smell it on you when you're really confident because you've accomplished some things based off your competence. And then when you've accomplished some things, you got more options. Then you have an abundance mindset. Then you have the ability to not be tolerant. Then you'll be intolerant of females' inadequacy. So I'll leave that there with you, man. I'll get on to the next caller, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, appreciate you, big dog.
Stay locked in, brother. All right, we're gonna get on to some more callers. Let's see what we got here. 1 second. Let me go on to Facebook. Okay. 1 second, because I know I had a lot of detractors on Facebook before. Let's see. Okay. Oh, see if this chat. Let me know if this button work. If y'all can hear this sound. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard that. Put a 2 in the chat if you didn't hear that. Let me see. I got my board, so I got some buttons over here now, man. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard that sound. Put a 2 in the chat if you didn't. Yes, y'all niggas heard it. Okay, bet. Say no more. All right, I'm going to stay live on Facebook. I usually end the Facebook stream, but I see y'all in here, so I'm going to stay live. Everyone on Facebook, if you want to call in, if you are a hater, please go over to YouTube, click the first link in the description, and I'll invite you in. I see some people in here right now. Got a lot of people in here. I'm going to go ahead and start adding y'all in, so don't go nowhere. The next person we're going to get to is JL. And then we got Stacks in here. We got Manny. We got Jarrell. So I'm going to get to y'all in a second. First, let me give y'all a quick update. So, fellas, I was pulled over, man. I was driving my whip. And cops done pulled your boy over, man. Funny story. I just leave my house and I pull up to the stop sign. I'm kind of rushing. And I kind of when you do that little subtle stop, you but you just it's a right turn. So you already looking there's nobody there. So you just do a slight stop. You don't stop for them 3 seconds. I didn't stop for them 3 seconds. I'm going to be truthful, take a full accountability. I didn't really full stop. I'm just, looked and I kept turning. And then I drove maybe about, after I made that turn, bro, I probably drove maybe 300 feet and the boys pull right up behind me. I'm like, oh, dang. And I knew exactly what it was. I'm like, I didn't fully stop. But I looked, I don't even know where these niggas come from nowadays. Who knows where cops come from, bro? Who knows? Nigga pulled out of nowhere, and I'll be very, very perspicacious. I done looked around, looked in all my windows. Even before I didn't make that stop and turn, I looked everywhere, bro. And cops still pulled the nigga over. But when he pulled me over, all right, so I'm like already prepared. I got my license and registration, all my stuff prepared, insurance. Black dude comes to the window. I roll down my window. He was like, "Oh my God, bro. Cooley, no Fugazee podcast, yo. Dan, it's you, man. Bro, why you ain't stop at that stop sign?" He like chopping it up with me. Cop was a cool dude. He chopping it up with me like, "Bro, man, let me see your ID." I gave my ID. He like, "Man," he just looked at it. He was like, "Yo, you good, bro? Keep telling these girls the truth." So that's how you know you make it when a black man is finally getting out of a situation where getting pulled over by the cops, even though he was black himself. So probably both the black and black car maybe worked. But homie was definitely a huge supporter of the podcast. And he let me go ticket free. He looked at my ID, didn't even go back to his police car. He was just like, boom, looked at it. And he was like, "Bro, you good, man? Yo, just," I was like, "Yo, I live right over there." He's like, "Oh, in a crib, bro?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, yeah, nice neighborhood." I'm like, "Yeah, man. My bad about that." He was like, "Yo, I'll be tuned into your show." He could be in a live chat right now. "Hey, Mr. Officer, if you in here, let me know." I appreciate that for looking out. And I will be making that full stop at stop signs now because homie was slacking. Anyways, let's get to the next caller in here. We got JL. Let's bring you up.
What's up, my man? How you doing? Can you
What's going on, man? State, where you from, bro?
I'm in the shot.
You in the Shy? That's what's up, bro. Are you a supporter or a hater?
You know what, man? If I'm being honest, this is my first time being exposed to you. I think the YouTube gods blessed you tonight. You're top of the dashboard, so you probably got a lot of new people in here trying to figure out.
All right, man.
Yeah.
What's going on, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, I guess. How about this? If you don't mind, if I switch it up a little bit, there's obviously a dating market now. We all looking for advice on dating and how the world's working between men and women. Just in general, for people who never heard about you, like myself, where do you stand?
What do you mean? Where do I stand? In regards to how dating and relationships?
Yeah, like what's your 30-second pitch on where you stand for dating and how you give dating advice in the world of dating today?
Yeah, man. I mean, as far as right now, we're living in a secular world, meaning that it's a secular country, meaning that it's a country with, God is removed from the country. With that being stated, men and women, they're not really operating morally in the highest moral capacity that they can when it comes to everything, all endeavors in life. Women on stripper poles, niggas scamming, chicks on OnlyFans, niggas selling drugs. It's a whole lot of degenerate behavior going on, right? So little 30-second dating advice would be for the men, be perspicacious, means be aware of the girls that you're talking to, and make sure you don't just rush into things. But also when it comes to a man, to get the best results in dating, you need options. So first, as a man, you need to work on yourself and become the best version of yourself. That's in all endeavors. So that's with your physique, that's with your finances, and that's with your mind state, your state of mind. Also, spiritual as well. You need to believe in a higher power other than yourself, or you will become solipsistic in your view, meaning that you would only be your ego would be big and you'll only be thinking about yourself all the time, and a lot of narcissistic traits will come out of that as well. Even though chicks tend to like that, but they say they don't. In regards to females, in regards to girls, though, I think that, so how it works is that men need to create their value. Like I said, build a strong physique, build a strong mind, and strong finances. And women need to preserve their value. So for women, less is more. And for men, nigga, more is more. Go out there and get it. For women, you don't always got to be out there. Forget about the FOMO. You don't got to take that girl's trip. You don't got to post the thirst traps online. You don't got to, go to this party and sleep with that dude and do that. So women need to preserve their value and wait for the right man, a quality man. And a man needs to go out there and get some experience and be the best version of himself. I think with that advice, most men and women generally will have better options. I'll say that.
I hear
Any other
that,
questions?
man. Yeah. One more question, but just first off, comment, man. A lot I like. I love that you're speaking God. You're speaking about God. You're speaking, from your own experience and truths. Clearly, you add value. So I'd like to hear that for the Black community. Uh, Here's one thing I guess I had a problem with a lot of the dating advice, not just dating advice, but just a lot of the rhetoric on the internet, specifically YouTube, etc.
Sure.
Um, when I had a breakup, I was like looking up stuff online, and then that's how I found Red Pill. And Red Pill, I had never been exposed to it. It was helpful for a while, and then it became kind of repetitive, etc. Right? But then I think the world kind of all adopted Red Pill at the same time. And then it kind of turned into this space where, again, the advice was helpful fundamentally. But then I think that a lot of people kind of took it over the top, and they started kind of using it to kind of look at the other people as the problem instead of themselves. And I guess if I were going to ask a question, I would ask your question like, for people who are absorbing a lot of the content on the internet, how do they get into a place where they're not always looking at everybody else as the problem, but they're more so looking at themselves as well? Because I think it's kind of an equilibrium at, when things are really working right? So I'm just curious what your thoughts on that. And why do you think people are looking at other people as the problem as well to feel better about themselves or whatever you mean?
Yeah, the direct answer is people lack responsibility. If you lack responsibility, you're not really going to have that much authority over your life and your decisions. Well, you still will, but you're not going to like feel it there. You're going to be lackadaisical and slack off. And then if you lack responsibility, therefore you're going to have a mindset that you really don't have authority over things. So you're going to like feel like, oh, I don't really have to do this. That's really not my job. I don't really have to treat people how I would want to be treated. So then you'll lack accountability, right? So you need responsibility, authority, and with that, you'll take full accountability. But here's what I'll tell you. I'll give you a good analogy, or even like an example with the red pill. So, I mean, red pill, blue pill, it's all pills, but it streams from the Matrix. So there's a scene in the Matrix where Cypher, Neo took the red pill, right? And have you seen the Matrix, the movie, or no?
You know what? I watched it for the first time like 6 months ago.
Okay, got you. So you've recently just seen it. That's good. And for the audience that haven't seen it, this will kind of make sense to you as well. I'll kind of explain it in a way. So Neo took the red pill, and the red pill is you escape the Matrix. You get out of the Matrix and you go into the real world. So the red pill is the truth, right? So you were speaking about people having you when you first got into the red pill, when you started viewing it, it was like, hey, it was cool, but then you started seeing like, they're kind of just always pointing the finger at the other side. They don't really want to take accountability. So even in the Matrix movie, it's like that. So Neo takes the red pill, he escapes the Matrix, which is the fake world, right? It's in a computer world. He escapes that world, goes into the real world, and then he meets his staff and everything. Morpheus, you got Trinity, a lot of people, but Cypher was someone that was in the Matrix. And Cypher asked Neo like, So even before that, he asked him, he said, Cypher was like, man, like, the food sucks. Everyone was complaining. The food sucks. The clothes suck. Like in the real world, everything is just crappy. In the fake world, we was eating steak, chicken. We had girls. It was always, the sun was always shining, but in the real world, it was dark. It was gloomy, and it was just not the best food or the best experiences. So Cypher said to Neo, I know what you're thinking. You thinking I should have taken the blue pill. Because the blue pill keeps you in the dream world. It keeps you in the Matrix. So here's the answer to what you just said. Even though some people take the red pill, they experience a discomfort, which is actually called red pill rage, meaning that they don't really want to accept it and they start to treat people bad. Like when you get that truth, right? And you hear the truth about female nature, like, bro, she don't really care about your looks like that. She don't really care about like all of this other little stuff, these vibes and all of this other stuff you got going on. Yeah, that may get her for a moment, but that's not going to keep her long term. And then she's going to be withholding sex for compliance, and you can't figure out why she's withholding sex for compliance is because you're lacking in masculinity. You're lacking in the ability to lead that woman. So when they fully get the truth about the red pill, which comes from a biological standpoint, right? Men and women, attraction isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. What you are looking for in a girl, the girl isn't looking back in you. And most of these niggas tend to think that attraction is symmetrical. Like, oh yeah, she loves me like how I love her and everything is equal. No, even the last caller, I had to tell him about that. So what most guys do, they get the truth, and it's hard for, they accept it, but it's hard for them to maneuver and deal with the truth and operate within the truth. So then they get like Cypher from the Matrix and, you know, kind of wants to destroy the entire real world and plug back into the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? So if anyone watched the Matrix, you know that story. This nigga Cypher was a beta. So even it could be some of these red pill guys, they understand the logic and everything behind the truth, but they're still operating around like women and don't want to take accountability.
Yes, sir. Mark me as a supporter, my man. I appreciate that.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for and you said this was your first time tuning in, right?
Yeah, like I said, I was just kind of after work. I just kind of popped on YouTube and it was
popped up. Hey, man,
live.
Maybe
got a lot of other people like me. Maybe
it was God, but I appreciate you, man. I'll get into the next caller, bro.
All right, man. Thanks.
Have a blessed one. Hey, everyone that's tuned in right now, quick little update for everyone. If you are on Facebook and you are tuned in, we're going to go ahead and close down a Facebook stream. And I do have on my main Facebook page, if you just go on my profile, I have a picture and it says call-in show. If you go to the comments in that picture, the link is there to join the live stream. It's a virtual live stream. Got to have your camera and microphone on. Any haters, any people with different opinions, call in. Lately, we've just been having some supporters call in, which I appreciate. We can still get to them all. But any haters, I'll be seeing y'all in there. Why every time I do a live stream and I invite y'all not in here? But when I release some content, y'all always in the comments disagreeing and hating, but y'all don't want to call in. So have a little courage and call on in, man. Let's have this conversation. So the Facebook stream, I'm going to go ahead and close that down now. Everyone on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. That's No Fugazee Podcast on YouTube. To join the stream, you want to click the description in the YouTube channel. It's the first link in the YouTube description. You just click more, you'll see the link, and put yourself right in the queue. Give me 1 second. All right, let's get to the next caller in queue. Let's see. We have Stacks. All right, Stacks, you are live with No Fugazi Podcast. Where are you from?
What's going on, gang? I'm from Philly.
All right, man, from Philly. What's up, man? How may I help, bro? Any questions? Well, first, are you a supporter or are you a hater?
Man, I'm a supporter. I don't have no problems with your podcast, man. I think you be dropping knowledge on these chicks sometimes. And yeah, I ain't really had no questions. I really clicked on the link thinking that I could watch.
And okay. All right.
Heard you say I was in the queue, so I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Let me just say what's up to everybody.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the support.
Appreciate what you doing out here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope thing that you putting this out there for people to kind of realize who they are, man. Like a lot of these people be like caught up within themselves and their own thoughts and really don't have like a clue of you know what I'm saying, how the real world really works. So
yeah. Nah, that's a fact. There, that's a fact, man. But appreciate you for supporting, man, and keep supporting, bro. If you're not a member, sign up for the membership, man. That helps the podcast grow, buddy. But other than that, Stacks, we right in Lehigh Valley too, man. I know you're in Philly, you're not too far away, so you kind of like a local supporter, man. Yeah, bro. But I'll let you go, bro, and I'll get to the next person in queue.
No doubt, man. Take it easy.
All right, man. Stay blessed. All right, we got Ryan. Where are you from, Ryan? You are live with No Fugazi.
Yeah, what's up? I'm from New Jersey, and I'm a first-time caller, but a long-time listener. I
Word,
just sort of
word.
have questions about your views on high value men, if you're sort of
Sure.
willing to listen.
For sure, man. What questions do you have?
Yeah, well, I hear a lot of talk about men having high value and men creating their value. But what I'm sort of confused on is that I take value to be a normative notion, but I'm just an eliminativist about normativity, such that I think there really are no normative properties in the world. So why wouldn't someone just be sort of an error theorist about that type of language, right? Such that those sorts of statements are going to be uniformly false.
Yeah, I get what you mean, man. And a lot of the chat, probably a lot of people won't even know what you just said with the verbiage that you're using, but I understand you, buddy. So it's like this. In regards to the value, we know that. I'll tell you this, man. You have to. So there's social constructs, and then there's just actual like realities to things. Like, for instance, money is a social construct in a sense, right? So we in America and all in the entire world, we have this money to, show that things are valuable. So we have to adhere to an extent, we have to adhere to social norms. You know what I mean? It sounds crazy, especially with all the other craziness that's going on. But you have to adhere some social norms in order to advance in life. So, for instance, the stock market. I mean, we know that certain companies are more valuable than other companies. And if you invest into the valuable ones, or if you can see how the market is going and kind of invest into a company before they really get real valuable, then you'll earn money. And then guess what? You would be valuable. Your value goes up because that company value went up. So we do have to adhere to social norms to an extent. Other social norms that people are trying to purport, which my podcast fights against, and multiple other podcasts fights against as well, which is like, gender identity and all of this other, crazy nonsense that's going on, and pronouns and stuff like this. They're trying to make certain things social norms, and that's just not going to work out because certain things is just too blatant in reality. That it's a huge portion of society will go against it. So in regards to value, a man had innately, all human beings are valuable in the eyes of the Lord. We're all valuable, right? But in the eyes of each other, we're not all valuable, and it's different levels to value. So when we speak about a man's value in regards to a female's eyes, right? Well, females look for certain characteristic traits in a man: tall, strong, competent, and financially successful to a degree. Pretty much females are hypergamous. They want a man that's doing better than them in most cases. So that's just a reality that if you don't adhere to, then you'll be in your mom's basement playing video games, eating cereal, and you won't get any chicks. You'll be an incel. If you do adhere to that reality, you'll be getting more chicks and you'll find a wife and things like that. You know what I mean? Life will be good. You'll be able to procreate and, have a legacy. If you don't adhere to it, you're not going to have no legacy, bro. So you have to play the game to some extent. And that's called the social norm game, I would say, when things become socially normal. Does that make sense, or do you want me to break it down more?
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with most of the things you said, but I think that there's sort of a deeper issue at play, where that
Sure.
deeper issue is going to be the fact that social reductionist accounts of value are going to fail, right, in light of sort of Morian considerations that are going to have to do with the meanings of normative predicates being sort of non-identical to natural dispositions, right? And that sort of thing just like deconstructs that whole worldview. And now I'm not going to say that that's like a scumbag worldview or something like that, but I mean, that is the sort of thing I would expect a scumbag to say, that normative properties are sort of analytically reducible to natural facts. I mean, that view is just sort of lauded at.
Yeah,
So to speak.
normative properties, like I said, man. You either play the game of life or you don't. And guess what? We're all human beings with emotions. That's just the fact. We're emotional beings. Some are more emotional than others. And we all want to live a good life. We all have our biology, we all have certain urges. Let's just say you didn't want to play the game of ever drinking water. Well, my nigga, probably gonna have diabetes, you're gonna experience some issues in your biology, right?
Yeah,
And
I mean,
also
I
in
sort
your
of agree
mind.
with that.
So
I
if you
take
don't
that to
play
be trivially true, but I
so
also
if
think that's sort of unable to address the deeper normative issue that's going to be sort of contained within the propositional Rolodex that we've traversed throughout the conversations, which is going to contain synthetic normative predicates, which, like I said, have some failure to refer. And as I've said earlier,
Yeah.
to deny such a thing is like a scumbag view. Now, I hope that you're not going to be a scumbag and actually deny that sort of basic fact.
No, that is I like how you said that there. Good one. Good spinoff. But yeah, man, like I told you, if you want to be a nerd and live in your mom's basement and not progress in life and not try to be the best version of yourself and you want to check out of the game, go ahead. You'll have a worse life in your own mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
if you
but I
want to
also
be
think that me having
oh, yeah,
sex with
listen, so
women, like, for instance,
not
your mother, is
saying
going to be compatible with their theory.
no one's saying have sex with a lot of women. No one's saying that. Are you a virgin or no?
No. Because
Okay.
presumably, if we sort of like include your mother in that set, it's just not going to be exhaustive of it.
Oh, we got a little contrarian.
Yeah, that was a little jab there. I hope you noticed that. But there's going to be more to come.
We've noticed a lot. I'm looking for more to come. So, I mean, you're not a virgin. How many girls have you laid with?
I think it's been about sort of 32 so far.
And how old are you?
Oh, I'm 40 years old.
You're 40 years old. You've been with 42 girls, and how much are you worth, man? You don't got to give me a figure, but are you making six figures or more?
Yeah, I'll just say I'm very comfortable.
Got you. How tall are you?
Oh, I'm 6'4".
6'4"? I doubt it. Yeah, these are all lies. Can you put your camera on for me?
When you say it's I don't actually, this is my desktop, so I don't have a webcam, but when you say it's a lie, I'm just sort of unclear on what theory of truth you're going to be
this is why we like the
presupposing there,
camera on, because
whether
now
or
you're
not
just
it's like a
speaking to speak.
deflationist view or a pragmatist one.
You're just speaking to speak. So,
well, now you're just sort of posturing after being exposed for making
no
false
one exposed
claims.
anything. I mean,
I think your scumbaggery got exposed in the course of our dialectic, and you're just sort of getting dominated in this conversation.
Because
now it
said
seems
that
like you're
40 years
attempting to
old
posture because
and
I
you're
have a greater degree of
6'4".
success.
Come on, buddy, you're lying. Come on.
Well, that's a claim, but I actually don't grant that sort of claim.
I actually bring you back on, right? I'll bring you back on. And what I want you to do is, because you kind of have like this I'm gonna end my life type of vibe to you, which isn't good. So I want you to come back on because I want you to get this ism. I don't want you to just
Boyd, I'd be how about this? I'll come back on when you have an argument against normative error theory and the proposition that I had intercourse with your mother, because I take both of those
I know you just want to end life right now. So we'll let you go and bring someone else on. So, chat, little contrarian, dude was a nerd. I seen where the drift was going. He's like, oh, everything is all normative. Like, why even where do you get value from? And I had to break down, like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, if you don't adhere to certain social norms, then you won't even be happy within your own life. You'll be miserable. That's why that dude was miserable. And I do believe that he's probably about 5'6" max. He's broke, definitely a white boy, and he doesn't have any money in the bank. That's what I would say. And he don't get no chicks. He's probably an incel the way he was speaking. He pretty much just said, yeah, forget about life. But that was a good one. Let's get A1 in. So we got A1 is next. A1, camera on, and where are you from?
I'm from Connecticut.
A1 from Connecticut, man. Welcome to No Fugazee podcast. My man in here driving, brother. Speak to me. What you got? Are you a hater or are you a supporter?
No, I'm a supporter. I drive a truck pretty much throughout the whole night, so I'm just kind of listening to podcasts and YouTube videos throughout the whole night.
Okay. Appreciate that, man. So you said you're a supporter. What questions you got, man?
So I just recently got out of a relationship with a narcissist, and it took 2 years to get out of that relationship with that narcissist. But I moved on. I started to realize, what a narcissist is, what a narcissist does. I started really
Yeah.
looking at my ex like, wow, you fit all these, things what a narcissist is. So, I got into a new relationship, a better relationship, and here comes all the court shit, the drama shit, the child support shit, and the constant nagging, constant trying to kind of just ruin everything that I got going on after the relationship. 2 years after the relationship. So I'm just asking, how would you deal with a narcissist to try to get away from this toxic shit? Because we do have children. How do you get away from this?
Yeah, man. I want to say, man, I like to be very, very honest. When you use those blanket terms like narcissist, it kind of sounds like a female. Like female just says a term and don't really explain the behavior. So can you explain and express some of the behavior that she was given?
She would always try to get stuff. She would get stuff. She got a vehicle. She got loans out of stuff, but she's still dealing with her other kid's father. It would really be like, hey, can I get this from you? But go run to somebody else and get something else. She would have, words. Her words would just kind of try to put you down in a negative way. She would do a lot of gaslighting to make it seem like something was my fault in the relationship. And then it would be me trying to fix it, and then it would still be, oh no, this isn't good enough, and then run back to another man, and it's been like that for 2 years.
2 years, got you.
Yeah, it seemed like, what's really going on here?
Okay, I got you, man. I'll give you some advice on this, and thank you for sharing your personal experience, that your personal situation that you're dealing with right now, and I'll be more than happy to help out and drop some knowledge for you on the situation. So let me ask you a few quick questions, right? So you said 2 years it's been going on for, but how long have y'all been in a relationship for?
11 years.
11 years. Okay. Let me do this. That's a better view. Okay. So 11 years you've been in a relationship with her. And you have how many kids with her?
We got 3.
You got 3 kids. And you said that she had kids from a previous relationship. How many kids did she have with that guy?
So it's funky. She got a child. She had 1 child, but he was in jail. He gets out of jail 20 years later. Gets out of jail, and she's pretty much, hey, I think I still want to be with him. Blah blah blah. Pops out 2 more kids. By the guy that just gets out of jail. 20 years later, and it kind of had me like a little fucked up because that's your sister's baby father that you're sitting here dealing with. That's your nephew's,
the plot thickens.
That's your nephew's father that you waited for him to get out of prison and left our relationship 11 years, left our engagement. But honestly, I'm looking at it like, she's trash. She manipulated the relationship. It looked like she was in the relationship just for personal gain. When this man
I got you, man. I'm catching the drift here. Thank you for providing that information. So here's what I'll say, man. A woman is a mere reflection of the man's masculinity. So the reason why she's talking down to you, she's dealing with the other kid's father, meaning that she's having sex with the other guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and y'all still live together?
No, we don't live together.
Y'all don't live together anymore. When did y'all separate from living together?
2020.
All right. So what's the purpose of this? Do you want advice to get her back or advice to move on?
No, I just wanted to, get away from the narcissist because, I do my best to try to avoid her and the drama that comes with her and just be there for my kids. But, she just is using court systems and, lies to manipulate the court. And
do you have
the best way to get away from
you have joint custody of the kids or you have sole custody? What's the situation with the kids?
It's a joint custody.
Okay, so it's joint custody. And do y'all occasionally have sex or no?
No, we don't.
Okay, when did y'all stop having sex?
2019.
Okay, when y'all was together, was she cheating or no?
No, she wasn't cheating.
Okay, so she got with the baby father after y'all broke up. She got with the other baby father after y'all broke up.
She was dealing with him while we were still living together in a relationship. She was still dealing with him when he got out of
Oh,
prison.
okay,
When he got
dealing with
acquitted.
him. So was she having sex with him?
It never really came out, but
Okay,
I want
so
to
let's
believe
just.
she was.
You said you wouldn't believe she was?
No, I said I want to believe she was, but nothing like that ever came out.
She was most likely smashing homie.
Yeah.
So and how it so twofolds, man. One advice: forget about her. Got to talk about you, because a woman is a mere reflections of the man's masculinity. So any woman that's giving you poor behavior, or you're not getting the best experiences from that girl, that means that you're lacking in some way. You're inadequate. I could already tell you're a little bit overweight, so you do want to get into the gym, bro. You got to hit the gym. You got to hit the gym, and it's not for her. You don't do that for her. You do it for yourself, right? Because you only gonna have a strong mind if you have a strong body. Because you're calling in right now because you're dealing with a lot because your mind isn't so strong. But if you was in a gym taking care of your body, your mind would be stronger. These two things have to correlate. So you definitely want to get into the gym. And I'm not saying, bro, go like gym is a process. You're not going to get in there and lose 100 pounds or get to your weight goal right away. That ain't going to happen. But even if you take it slow, maybe working out 2 to 3 days a week starting off, you may not see results right away, but you will feel results in your mind. Your mind will be stronger because you are more disciplined. So how the world works, right? The more disciplined you are, you have these vices and things like this, things that you want to do, things that's keeping you down, things that's demotivating you. It could be watching video, it could be playing video games, watching too much TV, eating too much food. Any of these vices that you're indulging in, masturbating, smoking, drinking, these things, you need to quit those. You need to be more disciplined. You are more disciplined, you have a stronger mind. And you need to get in the gym. You got a strong body, your mind will become even more stronger. So discipline, man, that's gonna take you far. You ain't even gonna care about this chick. Freak that chick. She already moved on and let the last baby do smash. You got to get over her, bro. So don't even worry about her and what she's doing anymore. But the only reason why you worried about it is because you're not disciplining yourself. You need to be actively doing things, constantly moving. Men and women are different. Men, we need to be on a conquest. We need to be on our purpose. We get our peace of mind on our conquest. That's how we get our peace of mind. Chicks, they get their peace of mind by eating ice cream and freaking watching Hollywood Housewives. Who knows how the freak chicks get their peace of mind, but they like to just indulge in things differently. Men, we need to be on our purpose. So I'll say that. Work on yourself and you won't even be thinking about this chick. The other thing is this. To explain the situation, Shorty was probably alpha widowed. So you got with a chick. This is why the advice is it's not in your best interest to get with a woman that already has kids. Did you have kids before y'all met? Did you have kids before y'all met or no? I can't hear you.
No, just those three were her.
Okay, got you.
That's it.
Yeah, so that's the other thing too. And this is why these podcasts in this space grows, because we try to give men advice so they can mitigate risk. So you want to in order for you to have a higher probability of success in that relationship and also leading that woman, you want to get a girl that doesn't have kids, especially if you don't have any kids yourself. So that was the one fatal mistake. You wifed up a chick that she already had kids. And then the other thing, the truth is that she was probably alpha widowed. That just means that she got with a dude that was a little bit more masculine, assertive, or dominant, even though that he was in prison. But it was something about that other male from her past that she was sprung over. And then that's why once he got out of jail, she took that opportunity and started talking to the dude. And you thinking that, you may be hoping that she wasn't cheating, but I would say she was getting her cheeks clapped. And you need to accept that. We need to accept the cold, hard truth that, man, she's probably getting a cheek clap. So since she was getting a cheeks clap, there's no reason to even stress over that chick because her value decreased. Right? Like, think about it.
I agree.
Anytime a chick sleeps around or does any type of promiscuous behavior, her value decreases. So in your eyes, you can't be thinking like how a chick is thinking, like, oh, I love her. Like, yes, baby, please be mine. You're the mother of my kids. Freak that. She can still be the mother of your kids and y'all can parent and stuff. Y'all can figure that out. But as far as you being worried about...
Listen, I agree with you, but it definitely took 2 years to get to that point, what you're saying. So I agree with what you're saying. It took 2 years to get to that point.
Yeah. So I'll let you go, bro. I appreciate you for calling in, but I'll leave you with this, man. Again, you're a little bit too big, man. You need to work out. You need to get in the gym and you need to lose some weight, and that would make your mind strong. Do you masturbate?
Damn, bro. I weigh 240.
You weigh 240? How tall are you?
5'11".
Yeah, that's the thing. 240, 5'11". I can see your titties. They kind of hanging over the seatbelt, man. You need to get in the gym and work out. Men to men, see, the thing is different. Like, the viewers, y'all think like, oh, Cooley, he be talking about girls. No. Men, I could give you this this cold, hard truth, brother, because you a man. You're not as emotional as a girl. So I would think that you would take this advice, because I'm going to give you the truth. This advice, you need to hear it, right? So...
Yeah, no, I definitely
I appreciate you for listening. But that's the thing. Men take this type of advice that I'm getting, and it's cool. You see how he's handling the chat? He's handling it like a man. If I would have said this to a chick, she would have been like, oh, you're emotionally abusive. Oh, you're fat shaming. Oh, you're this and this. But nah, yo, get in the gym. You'll see better results in your mind. That's what's most important. Trust me, man. Trust me. Just be disciplined, bro. All right, bro?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. Stay tuned, bro. Blessings to you.
Sir.
All right, chat. We just got a member that joined. Let's see. We got Tim M. He's joined. Welcome to the gang, bro. He signed up, got a new member. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you, man. You get all the perks now of being a member. You also get the discount when the merch drops. When we got the Mr. Man glasses, the famous glasses I always wear. These bad boys, they'll be dropping. So you'll get a discount on this. And then we got the merch coming out. Fire. Matter of fact, where's Steve at? Okay. Steve not here yet. My producer. Well, pretty much like my assistant too. But yo, welcome to the membership, bro. We have a super chat. We have Johnny May sends in $10. Love everything you're doing, bro. Appreciate the support, man. I do appreciate that. I love the support. Let's see what else. Any other super chats? Yes, we do. We have Lewis with one eye sends in $5. He says, results are feedback from your resources, relationships to just about anything. Not everyone likes accountability, and a lot more hate competition. That is a fact. Not everyone likes accountability, but a lot of people don't like competition. And the world is full of competition. We're all competing for something. We have Luette Aru joined the membership. Yo, welcome to the membership. Same goes to you, man. You get all the perks with joining a member. You get discounts on the merch when it drops and on the glasses when those drop. And yeah, man, you like family now, bro. We got also, you'll have access to all the background footage. So when I kicked out those two big old fat wildebeests like 3 weeks ago, you got background footage to that. When I kicked out that crazy chick that tried to swing on me and I had to dodge hits like Neo, I had to do Tai Chi Jackie Chan on her. You'll have background footage and access to all of that. So anytime we kick out girls or any of the crazy things that's happening, you'll get background footage. But let's get into the next caller. We have Tomas. Coming up. Tomas, what's going on, man? Are you a hater or a supporter? Okay, you can't hear me. I can't hear you. Let's see if can the chat hear me? Hey, chat, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Hold up. I still can't hear you, Tomas. Let me see. Let me see. Check your. Now you're not muted. Let me X you out. Bring you back in. Speak. Nope. Can't hear you. Try. It got to be an option on your phone. Maybe. I'm gonna go to the next caller. Let's get in here. Hey, what's going on? State your name and where you from, brother. State your name and where you from. Yo, name and where you from. Can't hear me. Let's see. I'm not sure why that's happening. Hold up. Let's bring them out. Chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 2 in the chat if you can't hear me. 1 in the chat if you can hear me. 2 in the chat if you can't hear me. Let's go, chat. Let me know. Okay, 1. Y'all could all hear me. Okay, good. Okay, 1s. Okay, so you couldn't hear the other people that was coming on. All right, let me see if it's... Yeah, the other guy was good. We just had the other guy in. He was... we got a whole lot of other people in here. We got Ebony, Rich, we got David, we got Dallas, we got Noni. I'm coming to y'all soon. Let's get this guy in. Yo, state your name and where you from. You're on. Okay, I'm not sure why he can't hear me. Let's try somebody else real quick. I'll come back to you. Let's try Noni or Nani. Noni. Noni, where you from?
Hello, Cooley. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you turn on your cameraman?
Sorry, I can't do that. I'm not set up now. I'm calling from South Korea, bro.
You clapping some cheeks right now or something, man? You like, no, I can't turn on my camera. I'm getting some. What you doing, bro? Well, what's up, man? No camera. You're calling from South Korea? Can't hear you, bro. Now I can't hear you. What's up with these guys? All right, let's get to the next caller. Stay in here. I'm let me go back to the other guy. Yo, what's going on? State your name and where you from. Yeah, that dude ain't working. Let's go to Rich. Yo, Rich. Where you from, Rich? You live with no Fugazi. I can hear you, man.
Hey, yo, Cooley, you can hear me?
I can hear you. It's a little shaky,
all
but
right,
I can hear you.
Man, I'm on this road, man. I'm at work in this motherfucking... I mean, my bad. Let me not cuss. I'm on the road in this truck right now, bro. But you can hear me, though, right?
I can hear you. Talk to me, man. What's up?
I'm trying to make sure the shit...
Yeah. I can
hear
hear
me?
you.
It ain't no problem?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Your camera is a little shaky, but the audio is good.
Okay. All right, look, bro. I was listening to the last dude that called on, right? The older dude who was complaining or whatever, and about how she was moving off Fallon. And it made me think about something, bro, because I be talking to one of my partners, right? And to me, his woman be moving real foul. And whenever I go back and forth with him, I realize that as a man, he's kind of like stuck in this, kind of believes in like fairy tales and shit like that. So when I'm hearing the dude talk and he talking about how he like, what do you mean it took you 2 years for a woman who ain't shit? But then I got to remember that it never took me 2 years or 2 months or nothing like that. But I do got to remember at one point in time, I was the type of nigga who has certain preconceived notions about women, and the preconceived notions are built through fairy tales and feminism, bro. You know what I mean? They pretty much tell us that women are good
Yeah,
always, men are bad always, and we. My bad. You can hear me?
I can hear you. Keep going, bro. I got you.
Oh yeah. So in these preconceived notions that we have, school and shit, that shit is like indoctrinated in us, bro. And every man, seeing that we live in this country and shit is the way that it is in the intersectional dynamics, right? Every man has to realize that this shit is not a fairy tale. A woman isn't just some good person just because she's a woman. You feel what I'm saying? So I be hearing a lot of points of contention because the first person I hear say it type shirt, or the first people I heard say it was Fresh and Fit, saying how you need to get experience with women in this day and age, or else you're gonna end up getting fucked over by women. And what I notice is that men who are not overly experienced end up getting fucked over, but that's not a problem no more, or it shouldn't be. To me, I feel like it shouldn't be a problem no more, because it is men like you and Fresh and Fit, Sane the Center. Mind you, I watched that video. I was fucking with y'all. Y'all two niggas that I really fuck with. You feel what I'm saying? But
yeah, he's a smart guy, man. That's my guy. He's a good guy.
no, most definitely, real niggas type shit, man. I know we trying to stop saying nigga and shit, so I'm gonna stop saying it. But but men need to realize, bro, that women are to be led and reared certain places, bro. And you gotta let go of all feminist ideology the same way that men are weary about men because you don't know them and you don't trust them and you know that they can do certain things to you. You kind of got to look at it like that with women, but it's a little bit different type shit. And as soon as most of these dudes let go of this feminist fairy tale ideology about what the dynamic between a man and his woman is supposed to be, a lot of these dudes will be better off. But these dudes are 23 years old. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, man. You're correct, bro. Like the last caller, he was, and we can't feel sorry for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he put himself in that situation by not working on himself. He needs to get in the gym, work out to build a strong body and have a strong mind, and he won't even be worried about that chick. Not only that, if he was on his job from the door, he wouldn't even have got with that chick. That's the crazy thing. Like if he was already adequate as a man, he would have been like, wait, you got how many kids? Let me not get with you. But sometimes niggas, have situations where they're not that man yet, and it takes time to become that man. But he was older. He had to have been in his 40s. He understood though. He was accepting of the advice that I gave him, but he got to get in the gym and work out, and his mind is too fem-centric, and he definitely needs to it's the experience too. Like, so here's the thing with the red pill space, like you need experience. The experience part is that you'll just be a better mate for the girl, because since girls are very experienced, then you need to come in there and have some experience. Now, it doesn't always need to be sexual experience. That's the thing. So my viewpoint is, as experience, when it comes to a man, the more trauma and adversities you experience and you overcome, the more masculine you become. Right? So as a man, soft boys, soy boys, and beta boys, they haven't really experienced too many adversities and trauma and have the ability to overcome those traumas, to build up a Teflon vest. You bulletproof, shots come, you know what I mean? They just bouncing off your chest. So he doesn't really have that masculine frame. So he needs to go through some things, overcome it, and build up like this situation that he's going through. He's worried about the chick. The only way to overcome things is to be disciplined. That's what I was telling him. How else you going to overcome it? No human being can overcome anything if they don't sacrifice things. It's like, you got to think about it. Even in The Bible, you know, when Cain and Abel, you know, God accepted, you know, one brother's sacrifices over the other. The reason why is because the other brother sacrifices, it wasn't from the heart. He was like kind of, you know, trying to take the little sidestep here, backdoor teen mom. Like, yeah, this is I hold this near dear to my heart, but I'm not going to sacrifice this to God. I'm just going to sacrifice this. But meanwhile, the other brother was like, the things that are closest to my heart, I'm giving it all to you, God. That's why he was favored over the other brother. So at the end of the day, man, we have to make sacrifices in order to overcome our traumas and adversities. And you will be a better man, not only for yourself, but you will be a better man for that chick, because you'll have a higher probability of being able to lead her. But I'll let you go, bro, and I'll get on to the next caller, bro. I appreciate it. Go ahead, man. Yeah.
Cooley, let me say this one last thing, bro.
Sure, go ahead, man.
I think the biggest problem with what we dealing with in this country, you feel me, or the West, but let's just talk about home. You feel me? In this country, is I personally, I think with
Yo, you breaking up? You breaking up now, man? I can't hear. We can't hear you. You breaking up a lot. We didn't hear anything, yo. I'm gonna be here for at least another maybe 45 minutes. I'm gonna get to the next caller, but call back. All right, let's try this again. The dude with the beard. They're like, yo, he trolling, but let's let him in. Welcome to No Fugazee, brother. State your name and where you from. Yo, I can't hear you.
My bad. I'm Beans.
Now I can hear you.
Podcast. I'm from Chicago, but I'm in Kentucky right now.
My Beans from Chicago. Okay. What's up, man? Are you a supporter or a hater?
No, I ain't no hater.
Okay, man. Hey, man. Well, appreciate the support, man. What's up? Talk to me.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I don't think I could do what you do, so I can't be a hater, because I think it takes a lot of patience to deal with what you deal with. It's hard enough for me as a content creator doing it in these boxes, and you doing it in real life. You know, yeah. And you got people in your space, and then the patience that you have to show. So I could never hate on you for that. But I did want to talk about the language around being the best version you can be. And
sure, let me give a quick update to the chat real quick. So I got some callers. I'm gonna get to y'all. I see Dollars in here. I see you, brother. I see Robert Ford. I see Tomas. I'm gonna get back to you, Tomas, and I see Noni. I'm gonna get back to you too. And we got even a couple more callers that stacked up in here. I'm gonna try to get to everybody, man. This is a caller for the haters and for the supporters. But I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead, Beans.
Yeah, so I wanted to address the language around, you know, being the best version of yourself, and the six-figure conversation, right?
Sure. What's up?
So you understand a little bit how economics work. You do realize that everybody can't make six figures, right?
100%.
So then that means that the best version of somebody could be a version of them that's also not making six figures, correct?
100%.
So why does it seem like, and I don't watch everything you do, so I'm not trying to assume what you do, but why does it seem like most of the conversation?
Well, I would say this.
Okay.
The best version of someone, if their goal is to reach a certain finance goal, six figures, if that's what they want to get to, truly want to get to, they can get to it. Not everyone, because some people don't have the IQ to even, niggas be slow nowadays, to get there. But everybody got vices. So you can sacrifice things and be more disciplined to reach goals. That's what I would say. So move right along. You could continue.
Yeah, I mean, well, see, because I think sometimes the messaging kind of gets mixed, right? Where it's like, so if I'm looking at it from an economical standpoint, and I'm saying I know everybody can't make 6 figures, and if they do, then 6 figures will just be the same what 50K is today, right? Once that becomes the average, then people will be telling you need to get to 250, right? That can't be the answer to the problem that we have right now. There is no economic fix, right? Particularly when you look at how money works anyway, which is a deeper conversation. As far as the banking system and the lending and the debt and all of that type of stuff. The more money we generate, the more money we have, the longer and the more debt we have, and it just equates to slavery, right? I literally just did a show about it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you also, is it possible for the best version of somebody to not be, have a 6-pack? We would have to acknowledge that the best version of a person don't have to be 6 feet, because that's like what 10-12% of the population, 15% at most, I think. So that's what I really wanted to talk to you about, because I see guys like yourself, Myron, different guys, and okay, I'm looking at you and I can tell the women are going to automatically listen to you because of the fact that you are fit, because of the fact that you are in a certain economic demographic, and then on top of all of that, you're also very competent and able to express yourselves. But what about these guys that we know for a fact, just off of GP, they not making it to 6 figures? They not gonna have a 6-pack. They not gonna be bulging with the muscles. Do you have a message for women as it pertains to dealing with those kind of men?
So, no. I have a message, but I'll get to that later on, because one of the things that I want you to understand, good question, by the way, good question. One of the things that I hope I can express it in a way where you can understand. We say 6 figures because women are hypergamous, right? Because nowadays there are more women in college than there are men. There are, most men are being raised, well, black men at least, 70%, 70 to 75% are being raised by single moms, right? So since they're being raised by single moms, all men, we tend to want a woman that's similar to our mom, right? In some way, similar. That's just what it is, right? Yeah. So since 70 to 75% of black men are being raised by single moms, and we see the single moms took on masculine traits because they're single with kids, so they're a little bit more non-agreeable, a little bit more dominant, a little bit more aggressive. Generally, being a single mom taking care of kids, they have to adopt on more masculine traits. When a man gets out there in the dating market, he then looks for girls that's like his mom. So he's like, you know what? I'll go 50-50 with this chick. It's okay. I'm not really going to assert myself because my mom was doing it all. So let me get with a chick that was doing it all too. So they tend to project their view of their mother onto their girlfriend. That's just generally kind of how it works. So that's why some guys, get with a chick that got multiple kids, or get with a chick that is kind of masculine, even if they have options sometimes. But for the most part, guys tend to get with those girls when they don't have a lot of options. It's a lack of options. So when it comes to the guy that isn't 6 foot, 6 figures, 6-pack, there are things that you can control, right? There's other things that you can't control. When it comes to a 6-pack, you can control that. Let's be honest. You can control it. It's in your reach of control. It may be hard to do because of where you started and your inadequacies from years ago of eating, your eating habits from your past. Now, it may be hard to get there. That's okay, right? But you can still strive for it. I'd rather tell a guy to strive for greatness than to say, accept me as I am. Because that's a feminine mindset. Feminine women, right? Women and feminine men tend to not to want to compete. They look for equalism. That's why you say like this, we got to come to like an equilibrium within, things. You use that word equilibrium, right?
Absolutely.
So the reason why you use this word like this equalness is because that's a femme-centric view that was, you didn't have that mind state yourself. You didn't have that thought yourself. That was socially constructed. You were influenced to have a view for things to be equal. But when you truly adopt masculinity and a masculine nature and a man's man, you want to be the man's man, you understand the reality of life. And the reality of life is very simple. It don't owe us understanding. It don't owe us understanding. It's up to us to go out there and understand the world. Now, some of the things of what I speak about on my podcast that is understood. Women are hypergamous. They want the best men. So if you understand that, you just have to acquiesce your behaviors. You got to change. You have to change and do better to get better results. Now, that doesn't mean that you actually have to have the six-pack. Most chicks don't give a freak about the six-pack. If you got a little, I mean, as long as you keep it down, you got the, so from a biological standpoint, women are attracted to chest, shoulders, and arms. From a biological standpoint, you know what I mean? That's the attractive. If you can keep the gut down to a certain degree and the chest popping out is nice and solid, is rock hard, you know what I mean? You'll be all right. And as far as your arms gotta be looking right, shoulders, you get this top part right, you'll be good. So even if you're 5'6", work on the things that you can work on, that you can't help that you're 5'6", right? Mm-hmm. But you can help that you're 5'6" and 280 pounds, right? You can do it. You can hop in the gym a little bit. And when you hop in the gym, you don't better yourself for females. I've never preached that. You better yourself so you don't deal with the BS that females naturally come with. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You better yourself, then you'll have more options. You like, man, that chick, she had the fatty, but her attitude is just too crazy. Nah, I got options. I ain't gonna deal with that. But if you ain't have options, you'll be like, oh, she got the case. I need it. I want it. I gotta have it. Mami mita. Mami mucha. I gotta come here, mami. You be like stressing over the chick how the last nigga was when his shorty left him 2 years ago and got with the ex dude, but it's on his mind. Like, oh, you know what? Because he's not progressing in life. He's regressing. Like, here's the thing that you gotta understand. Time always continues. Time always moves. If you're not moving with time, my nigga, you getting left behind. So that's the truth. Like I had that one caller that called in like, oh, the whole normal, everything is so, nothing is there's no value. He was like a dude that pretty much wanted to off himself. I don't know if you were here for that call, that white guy that called in. He was like, we don't have to compete. Value isn't real. That isn't true. Value is real. And from just a world standpoint, since time goes on a continuum, if you're not moving along with time, then you are getting left behind. So that means that other men are going to outcompete you, and chicks are hypergamous. They're going to look for another option. They're going to look for the best guy that they can get. What's your thoughts on that? Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me open up the door for my producer. This nigga finally here.
Okay.
What's going on, bro? Good, man? Yeah. I saw you was on this pretty good.
You told him we docking his pay?
Yeah, come on, man. You late, bro. I shouldn't even be doing all of this, man. You should be here operating. Nah, I'm messing with you, Steve. Yeah, bro. Yeah, what's your take on that?
I think that in general, I think that you make great points. It's very difficult for me to refute anything. It's just that I look at things from, I usually say yin and yang, but I'm not sure if I'm using it right. Like it's a balance, right? So there's going to be skinny people, there's going to be fat people, right? That's always going to exist. There's going to be broke people, there's going to be rich people. Like those things are always going to exist in order for that to be the balance, right?
But the thing is that there doesn't have to be any fat people. Like think about thousands of years ago, like they didn't even have it was hard to gather enough calories for people to even be fat. The most world, usually the kings and stuff kind of got fat because they had all the peasants and their slaves getting everything for them. So they had sitting there eating chicken and grapes being fed to them. So them niggas kind of gained some weight. But
right. So
the majority
that's
of
what I was about
the
to say.
planet,
That's what I was about to say.
the
Yeah.
majority of the planet, they were all pretty much in shape because they didn't have a choice. Like they didn't have enough
Absolutely.
calories. Before agriculture came about,
Yeah.
niggas wasn't getting enough calories.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, but I'm not making it. I'm not trying to make an excuse for people to not work out. Right. What
Okay.
I'm saying is that I think part of what gets lost in a lot of the messaging, and even I feel this way for myself sometimes, I find myself overcorrecting, is that, so for me, my last girlfriend, when I first met her, she didn't have any kids. She was 19. I went, did my thing, she did her thing. I came back, she had 2 kids. I got with her. It wasn't necessarily because I couldn't do better, but it was the nostalgia of it. You know what I'm saying? I hate meeting new chicks. I hate learning new chicks. It's a waste of time. They all crazy. So it's like, I'm gonna get my crazy and I'm gonna deal with my crazy. We was together for 14 years. I don't regret it. But now it's like, moving forward, like you said, I'm not gonna go and try to lose weight. I'm not gonna go and try to make more money or anything else for the sake of being able to get a woman. Like, I'm again not disagreeing with you. I think I'm agreeing with you that I wouldn't do it for the sake of getting a woman. I would do it for myself, if anything, and whatever woman I choose to be with could benefit from it. But I just think people need to understand that some of these things are going to exist. There's right now, the average age for a Black woman to have her first child is 22. The average age for the first marriage is 30. So more often than not, we are marrying single moms, right? Especially if you consider that they're not marrying the men that they had children by, more often than not, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that exists. Unless we do something drastically to change it, that's going to exist. So a woman having a child, for me, is not going to just predetermine me excluding her as an option. I'm gonna have to deep dive into other things, the behavior of the children, the baby daddy situation, the woman herself, things like that, before I just exclude her off of that one thing.
Yeah, so we all want peace. What do you want in life? You kind of seeking for peace, right? Like, of course, like, you want to know your purpose, but like, at the end of the day, when all else fails, you just want some peace, right?
Yeah.
So men prioritize different things. So you got to live in reality. You got to speak to yourself. Look in the mirror and say, listen, what do I truly yearn for? What do I want for myself? Then construct a proper plan to get that from your life, and then also in the woman that you deal with. So when I give advice to men, it's to mitigate risk in most standpoints. You want to be risk adverse. Like, you want to mitigate risk in a lot of situations.
Absolutely.
And you do that by, if you want peace, it's very logical, right? Well, what type of girl can bring you peace? A girl that has less baggage. One. A girl that experienced less, because if she experienced more, it's a higher probability that she's been traumatized. That chick, a girl that been through trauma, is going to be a higher probability that she can't give you peace. A girl that has kids by another guy, well, obviously that nigga put her through something because they ain't together. That's trauma. That's a higher probability that she can't give you peace. And what do you also want? What brings a man peace? A woman that can follow his lead. And usually a woman that has kids is going to be hard for her to get on your program because her past situations programmed her. So when you get with her, it's a lot of deprogramming you have to do to get that woman to truly follow your lead. Now, some men can do it, right? Some men can do it, but I'll speak about myself personally. I have a child, right? The girl I got now has a child, but we got a kid together. So my situation is different because I came in with a kid. You know what I mean? And not only that, I didn't jump into it. Like 3 years it took for even me to give her she had to show so much value, bring so much value into my life, where I was like, you know what? She's actually adding so much value here, where it's like, these other chicks that I'm getting, they don't even match. They don't even meet. You know what I mean? Like, she's out competing them all with the value that she's bringing. So my situation was much different, but everyone is not going to have my situation, and I have full custody of my kid. Like I don't really speak about myself so much because I'm literally an exception of the rule. I'm 6'4", 200 pounds. I make a lot of money, and the situation I have full custody of my daughter. My daughter is about to be 12 years old now. The situation that the girl that I'm in a relationship with now, that's a very I chose one that's good. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they had a past with has some kids, but everything else lined up as far as all of these other purity factors and all these other peace factors that I look for. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it lines up right, and guess what? You're an exception to the rule. You could date that chick that got kids. Yeah. But if you don't have any kids, I truly advise you not to get with a chick that has kids, because now you just cruising for a bruising. Yeah. Right. But if you have kids and you're in a situation like I am and you got full custody, well, and you have a daughter, it will probably suit you best to have a woman that's not going to be going out to the club and not doing these things, and a woman that maybe she doesn't have a kid but knows the way around kids and how to nurture and stuff. So it's a lot of different things you got to look in depending on your own situation and your circumstances that you're in.
Let me say this real quick to you. So first of all, I want to ask you a question, but I want to do this too, because I don't know if I have to be on a panel with you again, right?
And then we got some more callers coming, and I'll give you got 2 more minutes, and then we'll get to another caller.
I want to thank you for your appearance on Access Vegas. And I don't know if Andrew watches your show, but if he does, I want to thank him too.
Yeah.
The way that you all handled yourself, the way that you handled you all self on that panel, like I said, man, I'm a very demonstrative person. I'm rebranding now because I kind of I tore my first channel down being so demonstrative, because I just can't deal with stupidity, man. Like, it really stresses me out, especially when it comes from our people. And I really want them to, perfect raising the intellectual standard. But I just wanted to make sure I gave you kudos for that, because the chick that was misrepresenting what you were saying and wasn't understanding what you were saying and all of that aggression that they were giving y'all, man, I'm just like, yo, these 2 guys here, that y'all my spirit animals. I'm learning from y'all how to control myself a little bit better, so this second go round I can do better on my YouTube channel. But I also wanted to ask you, have you heard about this 4B movement thing?
4B, I haven't heard about that. What is that?
So the 4B movement is something I believe is coming out of like South Korea, where the women are saying, so there's 4 words in their language that I guess would begin with B in the English language, and they mean no more dating, no more marriage, no more sex, and no more having kids until the men, you know what I'm saying, cooperate with whatever their desires is. And I think they're probably pushing for, like, to stop being abused and mistreated and things like that, more so than just, a hypergamous movement. It seems like it's more about them being oppressed, right? Okay. But now it's starting to come over to the American side. I reacted to a video of a Black woman addressing it today, and I guess there's some men saying they're going to start their own movement. It's just another version of MGTOW for us, right?
Yeah.
But I want to know, like, if you think that this is more problematic, right? So if the women are already, and I think feminism is really like from the devil, and I don't even believe in religion, but like I believe it's the birth child of white supremacy, but I also think it's some sort of satanic thing going on with this feminism thing. So you bring in this Korean movement 4B, and now the women are saying, okay, cool, no more sex, no more dating, no more marriage, no more children, and any of that. With that involved, do you think that, and I'm including myself in this because I create, quote unquote manosphere content too. Do you think we are doing more good or more harm with all of these different movements? 4B, feminism, MGTOW, red.
I mean, the 4B, the way you explained it, I would say that that's a woman that's kind of just, opting out of the dating market, and they're not going to date until, men kind of get their stuff in line. Okay. There's more women than there are men. So those chicks want to go ahead and opt out. Go ahead. That doesn't do anything to the dating market. In regards to the overall general question, does it do more harm than good? I would say it does more good. Most of the red pill channels, myself, Fresh and Fit, Rolo, Michael Sartain, the message that, we're spreading, forget about the prescription, right? Because the prescription is all right, we're giving our, solution to problems.
Right.
If you truly think about it, we don't really give a solution so much to problems besides on phone calls like this. And, when Fresh and Fit, when they have, maybe certain things that they do, Access Vegas, maybe certain things that they do. And also all the back stuff that we do, like I do coaching and stuff like that. Everybody does their own little thing. As far as the content, I think it helps men because we diagnose problems and like in 4K. And then other men get to see it and like, wow, so that's why. Right. Wow, and girls get to see it too. Well, wow, like, oh, that's like I could kind of see her and me. And what he just said, that I'm not taking no accountability. Like, what's going on? So I think is doing more good than harm as far as us diagnosing stuff. Usually our diagnosis is always 100% on point when it comes to this space, right? Prescriptions, that's a little bit different. Some people can have some prescriptions. You're like, that's not really the best prescription to be given to men and women. But then there's other prescriptions that it's like, that's solid and is good. So in regards to prescriptions, I would even say, as far as the top, whatever podcast, they don't really have any ideology. They bring other people on to talk about ideologies. But I'm like the third or fourth biggest, I would say, manosphere podcast, or bring like dating podcasts. Because you got whatever podcast, you got Fresh and Fit, you got whatever podcast, Just Pearly Thing, she's kind of still in and out there. You got Access Vegas, and you got me as well. So in regards to all of that, the prescriptions that we're given, if we're just talking about the people that's actually giving prescriptions and advice, is like 95% of it be accurate and good. So that's what I would say on that. And I'll leave you with this, bro, because I know you had some not disagreements, but you had some perspectives about, male self-improvement and stuff like that, and masculinity and working out and stuff like that. I'll leave you with this. I know you already said that you don't believe in God, right? You don't really believe in God?
I'm agnostic.
Okay. And that's the thing, right? So we have to believe in something bigger than ourselves and more powerful than ourselves in order for us to be disciplined and really strive in life. I believe in God and I push the message, right? And I'll leave you with this. God wants you to be the best version of yourself. Like, okay, let's just give a secular view then, since you really don't believe in God. Let's just say you were created. You only got one life, right? You got one life. You're on this planet one time. You don't get another chance. It's like, dang, that's it. You don't know. You really don't know how long you're going to live. Niggas can live to 50. You can live to 80. Or, man, it may cut you short quick. Who knows how life going to go? So one of the things that you could do, you can either have a YOLO life. Yeah, you only live once. Let's go ahead and have fun and indulge in degenerate behavior. Or you could strive to be the best version of yourself and always seek improvement in all aspects. I think if you do that, you'll have a better state of mind, and that will actually bring peace. Because if you're always striving for greatness and it kind of connects even with discernment, meaning having the ability to make good judgment and financial decisions and relationship decisions and everything. Think about it, because all human beings tend to project their view onto a situation or onto someone else. So if you got two men, you got guy A, he's assertive, dominant, disciplined. He's not masturbating. He's not smoking. He's not drinking. And he's, working out all the time. And he's really putting his best foot forward in his job and his, relationship life and everything. He's going to have a higher probability to discern when something is not right for him versus when something is right for him, because he's doing right himself. If you're doing right yourself and you're disciplined, then you'll have a higher probability to look at things like, well, why would I accept this? I don't even do that. Like, I don't cuss. I'm not talking to a chick that's gonna be cussing and stuff, right? Like you gotta think about it. So the chick that I'm choosing, like she not cussing, right? I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I'm not talking to no chick that's doing that. You feel what I'm saying? So when you better yourself, I don't masturbate. Like I don't have these vices and things. So I'm not going to be like looking at a chick that's all sexual and stuff and all of these other natures, this perverted nature. I'm gonna look for purity because I'm trying to be as pure as I could be. Yeah. So then you'll make better choices in life, and you'll get further in life, and you'll have better relationships because you're self-improving, and then you're projecting that on the outside world too. You get what I'm saying?
I do, absolutely.
On the flip side, you got guy B. So that's guy A. You got guy B. Well, guess what? This nigga smoking, drinking. He chilling with the homies all the time. You know what I mean? He at the club every Friday, every Saturday. And yeah, man, he wanking off and doing all that. He don't really go to the gym. He's just kind of living life, but he's still a nice guy. His friends is cool with him. Everybody cool with him. His mama love him. His daddy love him. His family love him. His friends, all that. He cool in his little city. You know what I mean? He go to the party, he be dancing. Everybody kind of know that dude. But he's always making wrong decisions. He's always being treated bad. He's the type of guy that has the worst life experience because he's like, I do people so good, but why they don't do me good? Well, my nigga, that it don't operate like that. You wouldn't even be choosing people to do good too, because certain people you shouldn't be doing good for them. They don't deserve that goodness from you. They deserve distance. Certain people you shouldn't even have around in your life. They deserve distance. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it is what it is. Oh. So even if you operate from a secular view, meaning that you remove God from the picture, you still should want to, the best solution is to be guy A, to still try to strive for greatness, to always try to self-improve, because then you'll experience a better life. But now if you put God in the picture, you just always, I kind of walk around like, I got this nigga above always watching what I'm doing. Well, let me be great. Let me at least try. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I'm sinless or I don't have.
Nah, that's deep. I think that last part, I think I needed to hear that.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I'll leave it there then. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I did. That last part, the part, you know, with about the second guy, I needed to hear that part.
Got you, bro. Appreciate it, man. I'll get to the next caller, man. Appreciate you for tuning in.
Hello, man.
Much love, brother. All right, man. We live. We about to get to some other callers. I see y'all in here, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we keeping it pretty good. Oh, we got men hence your game. All right. He says, when are you stream on Rumble? When you gonna stream on Rumble? Man, I'll probably start that this Friday. Yeah, like I already have the platform to do it. I just got to create a Rumble account. I'll start streaming on Rumble and X, Twitter. So this Friday, we got 3 girls flying in from out of state. We got 4 girls flying in from out of state. We got 1 from Connecticut, 3 from Massachusetts, and I mean, hopefully they all come. I scheduled more. I think my team scheduled like 20 chicks. So, but the ones that's flying in, I know that they booked their stuff and all that. So at least we'll at least have at least 6 girls on the panel. May even have more, but we'll see. Let me get to some other callers, and we're going to wrap up soon. We have Dallas. What's going on, Dallas? State your, where you from, brother?
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Nigga, you been in here for a minute. Come on, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro.
You good? I'll come back. Okay, let's get to, we got Tomas. Actually, we got Ebony. Before we get to Tomas, we got Ebony. Ebony been in here for a minute. Not sure if I'm going to make it on a podcast, but I did want to say who supporter work. Well, I get you in here right now, Tomas. I got you. Let me get you in here real quick. Yo, Tomas, you are live. Okay, maybe he's not in here. Let's get to Ebony. Ebony, you are live with No Fugazi. Where you from? Ebony. Nope, no Ebony. All right, let's get back to Dallas.
Yeah.
We got
okay.
Dallas, you in here.
Oh, yeah, I lost reception, man. My fault, man.
What's going on, man? Your beard looking better than mine, bro. I'm about to get you
Yeah,
off the stream. Why
no
you...
Fugazi, baby, no Fugazi, you know.
No Fugazi.
Yeah,
I got
you know
some
what I
beard
mean?
oil coming out soon too, man. You gonna like it.
All right, word. I'm on that. Hey, yo, so I just want to say I'm a fan of the podcast, man.
It's breaking up.
I'm a barber. Yeah, I'm a barber. I own my own barber shop. I play your podcast in the shop. It's a little more cleaner. I get less mixed reactions when the women is in there, but
yeah.
Besides that, man, I just wanted to address a few issues that you normally address. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure, man. Talk.
First things first. Dude was talking about, oh, you know, not everybody makes over 50K. Not everybody has this, has that. But the thing is complacency. Women aren't gonna want a man that's complacent and where he's at in life. So when a woman sees a man and she's like, all right, this is gonna be the hubby, the husband, I'm gonna marry him, give him kids, and stay home and cook, and he's gonna make all the bread, right?
Yeah.
If she sees your future this small and you're only gonna make 40K for a year for the rest of your life, and you're just like, damn, babe, this is all I could do. This is the best I could do, though. We live in a height, but this is the best I could do. I can't do nothing else. Man, eventually she's gonna go complacent and she'll be like, man, that's not a good enough future for a woman nowadays. You know what I mean? So like the 100,000 a year mark, it looks different. You know what I'm saying? So like I wanted to bring up that part. Like, all right, so the $100,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
Now check this out. Cause usually you be like, oh, what type of man you want? Oh, I want 100K a year.
Yep.
Blah, 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 right? So when I hear it, I'm like, all right, yo, Cooley, they really don't want the 100K a year. This is what they want. They want the lifestyle that they see on IG. Right?
Of course. Yeah.
Because you could sit here and be like, all right, brother, I make 100K a year, but I'm an electrician. I make 150K a year, right? And I drive a brand new Honda, right? And I own a 2-family unit and I rent one out, whatever, right? Yeah. Let's say that's my lifestyle, right? But then you got a guy that makes the same amount of money, 150K a year, right? But he's above average in looks. He's a realtor in Miami, and he's renting a condo, and he's leasing a Lambo. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so the stability of the 150K a year is there. Yeah, he's making that bread. You know what I mean? He's not investing none of his money. He doesn't own nothing. He's really pushing, which is cool, brother. That's fine. That's a lifestyle. That's a good life. I don't live that life. I'm a barber. I own a barber shop. I open and close every day. I make very good money. I own a 2-family home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I came from nothing. I got a wife, all that. So I'm well off. So but my reality could look different. So next time you do that question, you should throw that in the mix. Throw in the mix, yo, what about if a guy is, I even wrote it down, look, electrician, 150K a year, drives a Honda, owns a 2-family crib, and is under average in looks, so a 5 or below.
Yo, you know what? I did it on a podcast already. I did it twice. I tried doing it, and they were capping. They didn't correlate to them. So I did it I'll explain it the way I did it. So I say, hey, a man he's a 10, right? He's a 10 and looks, right? He's a 10. He's very attractive.
I wrote that too, 10 and looks.
But
only makes 40K
you know,
a year.
he only make like 50K a year. And or I'll be like, he's a 10 and looks, but he's 5'6".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll say all these things. We did it on 2 podcasts. The first time we did it, they all lied. They were like, "Oh, well, it doesn't matter if he's 5'6". I'm like, okay, if he's 5'2", it doesn't matter. They was just capping. Then I said, if a dude was a 5 in looks, but he was a billionaire,
I think I've seen that
it
one.
Doesn't matter. They were just lying.
I think I've seen that one.
Because chicks always like to virtue signal. They like to seem like they are someone that has high virtue, like they're virtuous people. So like, well, I'm not going to prejudge. Like I want to show, like I want to be politically correct. I want to show that I'm good, a human being. I'm not looking at a man for just what he has. I'm looking at a man for, his internal. But we already know that's a lie. So I did it again on another podcast, and the girls was a little bit more truthful, and they was real. They was like, most of the girls said that if a dude is making X amount of bread, but like if he's making like 40, 50K, but he's 5'6" or he's ugly, she not taking him. Or if a dude is ugly, but he got a boat, like a whole yacht, and some
remember
property.
that. I remember that. They try to act like the yacht was less than the car.
So,
like,
yeah, there was a little
they would
weird
take
with
the
their,
car over the yacht. We're like a yacht. Like, you know how much money it takes to maintain a yacht? Like,
bro, chicks, they don't really know. So you're correct on the one. I mean, you got a good standpoint, and you're correct definitely on the aspect where girls want the lifestyle. That's
more than they really want the stability of the income, and they don't understand is that it takes a lot as a man in this society nowadays, especially a black or a brown man, to make that type of income and bring that type of cheddar in, invest it, and be able to not be part of the renters community, become a landlord community. You know what I mean? Like we're owning our shit. So my next thing I was gonna address too was
sure, bro.
You told dude he need to work out. So
for sure,
I'm part of the short club, man. I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8".
You average, bro. You average.
I'm 5'9" with Tim's on. You heard? I'm 5'9" with Tim's on. So I work out, man, and I work out religiously. I work out for a long time. So I really do believe that when you're in shape, it will attract more than if you're not in shape. But my argument to people that be like, oh well, what if people don't want to work out? Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm a barber. I cut men's hair, right? And this day and age, there's a lot of these guys, man. There's some dirty people out here, man. Like the competition is real easy, man. If you maintain yourself clean, stay fresh, dress a little bit decent, stay smelling good, have your body a little bit in shape, so women could be, oh, he may not be the best in shape, but his arms is big, you know. Or husky,
you got the top.
You got,
if the top good, you're 100.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it right, man. So what I'm saying is like. You nowadays like you're making your odds better. If you're on the dating pool like that, you're making your odds way better, man. And especially if you're making more money to build yourself up, then any woman's gonna want you because they're gonna be like, all right, either he's going somewhere or he's already somewhere. And the thing I think everybody's trying to prove is listen, men, we come in tiers, women come in flavors. Feel me? Women's variety is flavor. Because I might be like, oh, this Asian woman is fine. I don't care what she does for work.
I gotta give you my nigga spitting now. He said men come in tears, women come in flavors.
Exactly. No Fugazi. Okay, I got the. Okay.
You got the no Fugazi.
Yeah. So work because that's something that even men that aren't in the over 50K bracket, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're not there, bro, there's still small steps you could take to make it there, bro. Sacrifice, you know what I mean? And then it's like when men, we coming in tears because once you hit that 100K bracket, you could be 5'5", brother. When they see the roll in, and they see the car, and then they start conversating with you, and you a little bit in shape. I see short dudes that got money that got very beautiful women on their arms, brother. But and that's because we're coming in tiers. Women, y'all coming in flavors. The women, they coming in flavors, man. Like
different
I said,
shapes, different sizes.
Yeah,
and you know
I can see a white girl be like, oh man, that white girl's fine. I see a Spanish girl, but what she does, how much she's making, all that doesn't matter.
I don't do nothing for us.
She could be a dumb, and you might just be like, all right, we gonna see. That's just a one night, all right, whatever. Like but that's how men think. But women need to admit that shit. Like admit that shit. We coming in tears, and you guys ain't messing with certain dudes and certain tears. You know what I mean? Because I can't tell you how many times I spoke to I'm married, so I'm not out there, but I've spoke to women or whatever. And as soon as you mention your success a little bit, it's almost like a level of respect. As they,
and I'll leave you with some game too, man, and the audience with some game on this topic, right? Since we're talking about this, we're talking about attracting the girl, which a man to attract a girl, he would have more options if he's fit. You know, he got his finances in order, and you know he's looking good. He's fit to an extent, you know, looking good, keeping himself, you know, as far as his hygiene and stuff in place in order. And also he's charismatic and charming. That's all good, right? But we talked about the attraction, but we also need to talk about retain, right? Because the last few callers we had, they couldn't retain their girls. And we tend to speak about it from a female standpoint, like women need to retain the man after they give up box, right? But on the male's end, men have to maintain his masculinity and his leadership. And you do that in other aspects where it has nothing to do with the six pack. It has nothing to do with, these other things. You do that as truly being on your purpose. And not only, but your purpose is you got to kind of be the full package. Because you got to think about it. Women nowadays, is social media around. Drake sliding in regular chicks' DMs. So your girl, if she look halfway decent, she may have a nigga.
I laugh when the girls that act like they wouldn't respond to Drake. I would never.
She may get a nigga. She may get a nigga with a blue check in the DMs that look like me. It's over. Shorty ain't safe. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna be safe. So in order to have a higher probability of success in leading that woman, you do need to master yourself in all aspects. That's the thing. And not only that, you'll be happier yourself because you'll be more prepared for any situation that you get into in life. You know what I mean? In any situation, you'll be prepared. So I say that have a strong masculine frame. You got to have game, meaning being charismatic and knowing the truth about women's nature. And besides that, stay in the gym and, get your finances in order. Don't be lazy. But Dallas,
yes,
you got that no Fugazi drop, man. You were spitting that
man.
Mac.
Yo,
but I'm gonna let you go, man.
Yo, follow me on Instagram at Dollars the Barber, DOLAAZDABARBA, and my social media for my barbershop is Class of Our Own Barbershop. On
Word,
Instagram,
go show him
follow
some
me,
support.
brother.
Go show him some support, man.
I'm in Worcester, Massachusetts, man. I'm in Worcester.
Oh, you're in Mass? Yo, I actually got some chicks coming on the podcast.
I heard you. Where they coming from?
I don't know. It could be around that area. How far are you from Boston?
I'm like an hour away from Boston. I'm the second biggest city out here. We the second biggest city out here.
They could be from that area. Tune in Friday. You'll find out.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
All right, say no more, bro. Blessings to you,
peace,
man.
Bro.
Peace. All right, so let's get Tomas in here real quick. He's been waiting. Then we got Yo Boy Lean. I see you in here waiting. We got Ebony. Ebony, what you say? Are you good, Ebony? You good to come in? Let me know, Ebony. Let's go to Tomas. Tomas, what's going on, man? Can't hear you. It's probably your earpiece, man. I'll give you a second. See if you can figure it out. Other than that, while he's trying to figure this out, man, hey, don't be a ninja watcher. Like the video so this video gets pushed into the algorithm. It's just a call-in stream. We really didn't get no haters calling in, man. I think we had like one hater call in, but that was about it. Other than that, let's get to Ebony. Ebony, you are live with No Fugazi. Where are you from?
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida. Talk to me. Are you a hater or a supporter?
I'm definitely not a hater. I'm a supporter.
Okay. Can you put your camera on, Ebony?
I don't have no light in here.
Oh, don't be scared to show yourself, Ebony.
Honestly, I keep breaking up, so the connection is really bad. I didn't even think I would be able to.
I can hear you good. You clear. I can hear you good. You want to throw in your camera or you want to get to your question?
I just wanted to ask, oh gosh, I don't even, I'm kind of stuck on my question. The last guy.
He cheated. The last guy.
Oh God, I don't even want to talk about that.
Okay, go ahead. What's your question? Wait, Ebony.
So,
the chat definitely want to see you. You're the only girl that called in. Put on your camera.
It's the connection. Okay, but I do have
it's
a question
full of men. Okay, go ahead.
I do have a question for you. Is it hard to is it a challenge for you to I guess include or refer things back biblically when you're speaking to certain young ladies or men? Is that a challenge for you? Like, are you a Christian? You're married?
Yeah, I believe in Jesus Christ. No, it's not a challenge. I do it all the time.
Is it you don't have any fear of like getting what do they call it? What is it
What?
called? It's what do they call it? Cancel culture. I guess that's what it is.
Nah, I be saying mad crazy stuff. Hey, they cancel me.
Okay.
They cancel me. I got money in the bank. I'll be all right.
Okay. But you do strongly stand on those beliefs. So I noticed you try to incorporate that with.
I do. Yep.
And then also, what is your thoughts about this black culture? And how
What
does
about
that
in
affect dating?
Black culture? What about? What specifically? What do you mean? How does Black culture affect dating? Talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Give
Like
me
the
more
things
input
that
on
are,
that.
or I guess the things that are considered to be Black culture and how that affects.
Like what? Name some. Talk to me. Don't be scared. Say it with your chest.
Okay. Okay, I think like what's considered to be Black culture. There's good and there's bad, but then the bad is really bad, like the whole us being ghetto or ratchet or considered to be ghetto and ratchet, or what is some other things? The crime rate, the fact that or not crime rate, but the fact
Talking
that
about like
we
stereotypes and all of that.
yeah,
So pretty much the
that's
question
what
is, does Black,
stereotype.
the stereotypes about Black people, does it make it harder for Black people to date?
Yeah, that's perfect. I don't know why I'm
So
tongue-tied.
usually stereotypes are rooted in truth to an extent, right?
Okay.
There's some truth in each stereotype. That's why it's a stereotype, because niggas was doing it consistently. So I was like, these niggas do that. Like white people, they can't cook. They food don't got no taste. Why is that a stereotype? Because we be working at these jobs and Elizabeth be bringing in that that food that she bringing in and don't be having no salt in it. So you experience that the first couple of times, you just like, God dang. Then all Black people get together, be like, oh, you experienced that Becky can't cook and this person can't, God dang, all they food dry. You feel what I'm saying? And then when it comes to Black people, dang, Black people can't swim. Well, you think about it, and I really can't swim that good. She's like, God dang, I can't swim that good. Oh, I guess it is a little bit true. So, me myself personally, I can swim, but I'm just speaking in general. That's usually the Black experience. Yeah. So I'll say this to you, right? Usually, stereotypes are rooted in some type of truth, not meaning that it's like the full totality of it is true, but it's true to a degree. So since it's true to a degree, you want to try your best to not be as the stereotype. You know what I mean? So, and when it comes to dating, women, I think, experience the hardships of the Black stereotypes. You're too masculine, you're loud, you're ratchet, you always, you know what I mean? You doing all of this. Like chicks would just be, you know what I mean? She always talking back. So women experience that stereotype, which it is, Black women, it is rooted in truth. I actually have a clip that I could play, actually. Let me see if I could bring it up. I seen it on Instagram and it was very, very telling. Actually, you know what? Steve, put the camera closer on me, and I'm gonna put this thing in the phone because I don't want to even bring it up. I'm just play it in the mic. But hold up. Yeah. Hold up. I'll tell you when to zoom. I'm gonna play this clip. Chat. Hold up. Well, actually, you know what? Let me see if I can play it professionally. Hold up. Nah, I'm on this. We can still do it. Because this will give you some insight. And this is gonna be good. Hold up. Okay, it's right here. Okay, it's the second one. So I think I can share my screen. Let me go on un momento, por favor. We lit right now. Let's see. Okay, what? Hold up.
It's so funny. These chats are funny.
I'm about to put this video in here so y'all can see this one. It's a good one. So just hold your horses. It's about to come up here in a second. Okay, here we go. Should be able to play it here. All right. So if I hit, let's see, share screen. Let's go ahead and share. Hold up. Okay. All right, and let's go ahead and put this. Let me share it this way. Yeah, let's do that. And now let's go to clicking on this video.
Off. Attitude. Walk 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 off. Attitude. Ooh, walk off. Yes, yes, yes.
Women like the one behind the camera will complain that society views them as having bad attitudes, but meanwhile, you teach our young girls how to have attitudes like it's a badge of honor. Go figure.
Okay, so y'all seen that?
Yes.
Okay, you heard it too, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's a prime example. So sometimes, so the problem is within the Black community is that, and shout out to MCR. That was a clip from him he put up, and I like that he shared it. So I wanted to share with you guys since you were actually talking about it. So stereotypes are rooted in truth, and we just seen it right then and there. And what makes it even worse is that the Black woman is promoting that truth in 4K. They're like literally telling little girls to have an attitude at a very young age. So then when that little girl gets older, you wonder why that she has this mindset that thinking that people should accept me for having an attitude. Because that's how most Black girls are. Not gonna say most, but some of the experience with Black women, it kind of seems like they're proud of having an attitude. They're proud of their masculinity, this masculine nature that they adopted. And in 4K, we just watch that a woman is literally showing girls attitude, walk off, attitude, literally how to have an attitude, shake their head in a weird way, and really something that's just disgusting. So we're actually talking about how to get rid of the stereotypes, but then it's videos like that shows women are literally instilling these attitudes and ratchet behavior inside of little girls. What's your thoughts on that?
On the video, it looked as though I think it was pertaining to, I guess, some kind of performance or a group dance group. So I think, I guess pertaining to that, but I can see how that could probably, for young girls, if you don't explain it to them, this is just for performing and nothing outside of that, how they could probably grow up and, have this certain type of attitude.
Ebony, there's nothing to explain. I'll tell you why. So we can correlate that video that we just seen. We can correlate that with hip hop music.
Okay.
How many times our mama told us, hey, I know you like that song, but you better not be out there gangbanging and selling them drugs or treating them women like that or doing these things. That don't matter. Influence is the most powerful force in the world.
Yeah.
I treat influence, I like to say that influence is literally angels or demons. You can have a good influence, right? And that can be an angel. or you can have a bad influence, and that will be the devil. Because when you peel the layer back, we don't really have our own thought. If you truly pull the layer back, some people do. A small percentage of people have the ability, even the CIA knows this, have the ability to actually freely think and think outside of themselves and think outside of their own experiences. They have an actual perspective about things, but most people just have a perception about things, which is in their own little box that's unique to them. So the fact is that before we think, we are influenced to think. And then after we think, we behave. So influence creates thoughts, and thoughts creates behavior. Influence creates thinking, and thinking creates behavior. So when you know that, you have to go to the root of the problem to really get rid of this stuff. The root of the problem is the influence. We just literally watched a video in 4K of a black woman telling a lot of other black girls to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's craziness. She's influencing them to have the attitude. So therefore, those little girls are going to grow up thinking that the attitude should be accepted. And then they're going to grow up to behave in an attitude way. So there's no advice you could tell them, like, oh, well, even though, we was doing that, still don't be going out there doing that. No, you already influenced them to do it.
Right.
You got to go to the core and not influence people. So, or you got to be susceptible of the influences. Well, not susceptible. You got to be aware of the bad influences, and not be so susceptible to bad influences. But anything else you got from me, Ab?
No, I can't think of nothing right now.
Well, thank you very much for supporting. You were the only girl today, but I appreciate your support. Yeah, you're the only girl that I think we had another one, but she went out. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. And we going live Friday around 8:30, 9 p.m. So tune in.
Okay, good. God bless you, and congratulations to you.
Thank you. God bless you as well.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Let's get yo boy Leem on the line.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Cooley?
What's going on, man? Are you a hater or are you a supporter?
I ain't no hater, man. I'm just a supporter, man. I've been watching your show for a long time, man.
I appreciate that, man.
I'm kind of huffing right now because I
Where
did a
you at,
3
bro?
mile
Look
run
like it's light outside.
I'm outside, man. I just did a 3 mile run today. I'm kind of tired, so.
You in the West Coast?
West Coast, California. Yes, sir.
Oh,
I'm in Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah. I decided to go outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you said, you gotta work on yourself as a man. You can't just be in the house playing video games. Because the thing is, the idle mind is the devil's workshop. You gotta.
That is a fact.
You gotta keep yourself occupied.
That is a fact. Let's give you a no Fugazee for that one.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I didn't deserve that, but I appreciate it.
That was bars. The idle mind is the devil's workshop. That is true. I've been hearing that for years.
Oh man, it is true. My dad told me that when I was young, 'cause I'm 34 years old now. He told me that when I was in high school. I didn't understand it, but it was like over the time of the years, the more I got older, the more I understood it. And then watching Fresh and Fit, Money Mondays, Wednesday live, and then Friday on in-call shows and live stuff like that. You gotta stay in discipline, because the thing is, society whacks you in the head if you don't keep yourself in line. You cannot be complacent. Unlike women can be complacent. They can be in a boat, they can be in the beach, they can relax and all of that, but society don't whack them in the head and tell them, like, hey, you need to get in line. But see, us guys, we gotta stay in line, because if we don't, we gotta suffer consequences for that.
Yeah, man, that's true, man. We gotta stay disciplined and stay active. The strongest men, fail to be an idle.
Yep.
Like God doesn't want us to be idle. He wants us to move, to move and keep progressing in life.
Because that's what the body needs to do. Like we've been doing that since the beginning of time. We gotta move. We gotta be active. We can't be sitting in the house all day, wasting our time, wasting the day. You could have been like, look, if you went outside, you could have met somebody else that, hey, I want to help you with some money, with some value. You could have met a chick there that you have a lot in common with. it could have been a lot of things if you went outside, but you know,
Yeah.
you decided to stay inside. You missed out in life, you know.
Yeah, man.
And the thing a lot about it is in America. What I like in America is that I can make money here and I have my own business too. And
That's good. Where you from, man?
I'm from the Philippines. Yes, sir. I'm from the
Okay,
Philippines.
my man from the Philippines. They got black people in the Philippines?
Well, no,
God dang.
my dad's black. My mom's Filipino. He's a retired Navy. You know.
Okay. So he was out there in the Navy. He got one of them Filipinos. No disrespect to your moms, but he got one of them Filipinos while he was out there like, hey.
He's settled there. He's settled. He's from Chicago, but I told my dad, hey, you ever want to go back to the States? He almost chewed my head off, man.
Oh, so
But
he's still
anyway,
out
yeah, he's still out there. He never coming back to the States, man. He out there. He loves being
there.
out
Yeah,
there.
he
Man.
out there. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah. And the thing is that women out here today, when you talk about the black culture, it kind of resonates a lot with us too. I'm black myself. I dated a few black girls just experienced that, and I hate to say this, but it's just all the experience that I have with black women are like bad experience, man.
The stereotypes be pretty true.
Because I used to live in Chicago for 4 years. I live in the South Side, man, and
yeah,
you know, ooh, boy, I tell you, they got attitude. You have to like over masculine yourself on their masculinity, and it's not healthy. You get stressed out, you get depressed, and you got to worry about arguing with her every time you come back home. But then I kind of opened myself up. Like, what if I date white girls? White girls the same thing, but they don't have
all races is. I would say all races is. I mean, you got a ghetto in every city. You got a ghetto. You know what I mean?
So
you got the trailer
underneath the ghetto umbrella. They all act the same, but it's just different versions.
Yeah, it's different versions of the ratchetness. What you want to do, a little game would be to look for, you want to go to the cause, because manipulation happens when you focus on the effects and not go to the root. And the roots start with the family. So you want to get a girl that's coming from a good family, a nuclear family with her mother and father in the home. And you'll just have it's a higher probability that girl would be less promiscuous and less scandalous. You know what I mean? Now, of course, there are girls that got both their parents and, you know, they're on a stripper pole. We get that. We know that that's the case, but it's a less likelihood of that happening. So, yeah, man. Yo, I appreciate the support, man. Any other questions?
Well, oh no, the thing is, you're right about that, and I agree, because the thing is, with girls, I tend to date chicks with strict dad.
Yeah, he said strict dads.
Oh yeah, no. The thing is, when they look at me, I want them to scan me, you know, look me up and down, see if I'm worth it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not because that I'm demasculinized. It's because that I'm dating a girl that's not a promiscuous, that's not a party goer. She's not known by a lot of guys. Like if you go on a date with her and then the guys will see, hey, we know her. Like that's a red flag. Like, oh, how you know her? Oh, you know, she was in the boat party last time in Miami, and I'm like, whoa, hold on.
Over from there.
Yeah, like whoa,
Miami, it's over.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, you guys, you know these dudes? Yeah. Oh, and she got a lot of guy friends in her circles, which not really is like guy friends. They ain't really guy friends, but you know. But I like to date a chick that's a nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah. You as a man, you have to build up a strong masculine frame and have an abundance mindset. So you know you don't have to tolerate you. So you could literally dismiss the bad behavior instead of accepting bad behavior from girls. So yeah, man.
And the thing is, like, one more before I leave.
Sure.
From this point, I just started dating Asians and Latinas. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, for the most part, I'm dating Asians and Latinas. I've never had much masculine. You know, I've never had any
values,
argument. It's just like not much
values that the families, that culture kind of instills into the kids and stuff like that. So the woman tends to be a little bit more compliant, a little bit more feminine, and having the ability to follow a man's lead. So, I mean, I don't blame you, man. I mean, black women, there are good black women out there, trust me. But as far as it's just, you got to even think about it from a population standpoint. Black people overall, men and women, we're like 13% of the population in America. So it's not a lot of us anyway. So if you just go by from there, it's like, well, it's not a lot of black chicks, period. It's going to be more white and maybe some other races. And I'm sure the black women, they experience the same thing with black men. Like, oh, these niggas is feminine and flamboyant out here, just don't have no masculinity.
That's
But
an L, bro.
I'll let you go. Appreciate the support from Cali, man. Keep tuning in. I'm gonna get
I want to do something. I wanted to donate some money, but I don't know where to put.
Hello? I will. Let me go ahead and throw. I do gotta. Actually, should have been did this. Let me go ahead and throw my Cash App.
Yeah, put your Cash App there so I can put some on the church, man.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and put the cash. I should have been, because when we. Everyone that donates in and sends super chats, YouTube takes 30%. So I'm gonna go ahead and
do the Cash App so that you could have it all, man.
Yeah. I should have been doing that. I'm actually gonna put it in right now.
YouTube, man, YouTube is so liberal, bro. It's like liberal leftist, man. It's you can't even like see the people disliking your stuff, man. It's just like YouTube is so sensitive, man.
Yeah, super sensitive. But I just went ahead and put the Cash App in there. So go ahead, man, donate. Appreciate the support, man, and blessings to you, brother.
It'll show us Sugar Bay, man. That's my business name. Because I'm a baker. I'm a home baker, so
Oh, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. Well, when I'm in Cali, brother, I may have to get some get some food, man.
I'm in Richmond. I usually sell in Dolores Park every Saturday. You'll see me there.
Okay.
Dolores Park, San Francisco. Yeah. All right, my brother. Hey, God bless you, man. Amen, man. Thank you for letting me in the show, man. I appreciate you, man.
You already, brother. Blessings to you, man.
Don't forget, the I Don't Mind is a devil workshop, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, brother.
Peace.
All right. Yeah, man. I went ahead and put the Cash App in there in the chat and the. Let me go ahead and I went ahead and put that in the description on YouTube, because YouTube do take 30%. But I mean, I don't need the bread, but I mean, anything that you guys donate, send it in super chats or send in any Cash App, man, it goes to the studio. I'm trying to, we invest into cameras and to lighting, and it just goes right back into the quality. As far as my life, I'm good. If anything, the more you donate, I'll probably get some other staff. So, get another. We got one Steve. We can get two Steves. And have these niggas more security. So when I kick out a chick, I get up out of here. So we taking two more calls, and then we gonna tune it down. So we got Ellie. Ellie, where you from? You live with No Fugazi. Ellie, nope, nothing. We got Yo-Yo. Yo, you live with No Fugazi. Where you from? Yo. Can't hear you, brother. All right. Couldn't hear those two callers. We got some more callers in here, but we gonna shut down the stream. Other than that, chat, thank you for tuning in. Call-in show. The show is, I thought it was pretty dope. Every Wednesday, this is what we're doing now. We're just gonna do a call-in show. This is for the supporters to give y'all this work, and if y'all want to call in and ask some advice, and also this is for the haters. Give y'all the opportunity to call in and state your points of contention and state your disagreements and your different perspectives. So yeah, every Wednesday we doing that. This Friday, we got a big show. Gonna have lots of chicks. They flying in from other states. So tune in this Friday around 8:30, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be live. Also this Friday, we got some new games for y'all. They're gonna get some new content, some new games. It's gonna be dope. Y'all gonna like it. We'll be going to Atlanta and Miami soon, just working out a few details to collab with these other podcasts. So it will be coming up. It's April now. What is it? April 10th. So I would say around mid-May, around mid-May to maybe end of May. We're going to be looking to go to Atlanta and Miami. So stay tuned. Some big things coming. Other than that, this podcast was no Fugazi. Before you leave, like the video so it gets pushed in the algorithm. Also, go in the description if you want to be a member and sign up. The first link is the membership link. The second link is... Actually, what is the second link? Yeah, first link is to join up for the membership. No, actually, the first link was for the live stream. Let's go ahead and delete that real quick. All right. First link is to join up for the membership. Second link is the Cash App. If you want to donate to the podcast without YouTube taking 30%, go ahead and donate. Third link is the Discord. If you want to join a Discord, that's free. You just join in. You get to chop it up with me and the staff here, and we keep you up to date on all new things coming with No Fugazi. I am going to make some mods in the chat too. I know we got some day one supporters in here. So actually, Steve, for Friday's podcast, I know Holiday Tone, he's always in here supporting. I'm not sure if he's in here today, but we're going to make Holiday Tone a mod, and we're going to see who else always supports and always in the chat. We're looking to make around 2 or 3 mods because the channel is growing. Other than that, man, this podcast was no Fugazi, and we out.
Down the Marco.